Hey, everybody. Welcome to Digging Life. It is Monday night and it's 7 p.m. And you know what that means? We're here. I'm Nancy, ambient girl. And tonight I have a special guest with us. I have Andy. He's from Lost Boys Recovery. I'm going to just let you know, for some reason, we like to have windstorms on Monday nights here in New Hampshire. I have a little bit of a windstorm here, so hopefully I won't disappear. If I disappear, I will get right back in as fast as I can, and everybody will just sit here and get to speak with Andy without me. You'll notice tonight I don't have a co-host. Joe Copperhead is just finished up with work and everything, so he's not here tonight. But as I said, I'm always looking for co-hosts to want to join the show. So if anybody ever wants to come along or be interviewed on the show, remember, just send me an email. So we're going to start off with just saying hello to a few people first, Andy, and then we're going to get right into you and getting to know a little bit more about Lost Boys Recovery.
Right on. How's it going, everybody out there?
The chat's going crazy right now. It's going pretty quick. So I'm going to go down my little cheat list. You know, my cheat list isn't even going to help tonight because it's going by that quick. Right. So basically, in the house tonight, starting off, and he was first, everybody. Mark Thomas, everybody. Mark Thomas is in the house. We have Kay from Kay's Digging It in the house. Charlie and Sandy Reiser from Reiser Treasure Hunting Emporium. Frederick Romano's in the house. Thank you for being here, Frederick. We have Kayla from Backyard Treasures. Thank you, Kayla. And Jason, North Jersey Detector. Thank you, Jason. There are my mods along with Kay, and they'll be helping out here tonight, too. Mark the Berg Hunter is here. Dave from PA Relic Hunters. We have Team Clambake. They are in the house. And today is Carl's birthday from Team Clambake. So just take a moment and drop a happy birthday in there and say happy birthday. We've got the boys from Maine here. Madison, Maine is here. Richie, Dennis, DF Digger is here. And Steve is here. We've got Metal Detector 207 in the house. We have Alan is in the house. Hey, Alan, thank you for being here. I am going by Bobby Pastor. Bobby Pastor, I know what you're eating right now. And I bet you it's really good. I know his secret on Monday nights. I won't say anything. You're safe here. We have Anthony from Brooklyn Treasure Hunters, and he's sipping something really good tonight, too. He's got some whiskey going, I think. Oh, boy, it's going by a little bit quick. Let's see who else is here. Dawn Williams is here. Hi, Dawn. Great to see you. And I am... If I missed you, please throw in a couple emojis here. Lincoln's here. I know who can't be here tonight is Nick. It's his birthday. He's over on another stream. Can you dig it, Donna and Shelly? Shelly's here too. Hi, Brad. Brad is here. And of course, Farmer Eugene. I'm sure you're watching right now, and I just want to say hello to Farmer Eugene. Hey, Brenda. Brenda from Mama's Gun Detecting. See, they're all starting to pop in here right now. There's like 32 people here. Relic Reaper, hey, great to see you. So Malaysia Metal Detector, hi, and Aussie Darren is here now. See, they're all starting to come in. Demon Rat Cecil's here. Hey, guys. All right, so why don't we get this show on the road? We have with us tonight a very special guest. Andy and I have been talking for a few weeks now. It's been going on back and forth. We've been talking. And hi, Rick, the Metal Angler. And we and Mally Man just saw him go by. Sorry, all these people are popping in. Great to see you. So I don't know if basically we're just going to go down with a few little questions and get to know a little bit more about you, Andy. So
gotcha.
Tell me a little bit about how you started with metal detecting, and I'm really curious with the Lost Boy Recovery name.
Gotcha. All right. So how I got started is it's not a long. I'll give you the short story of it. But pretty much, I bought a house next to my house was built in 1976, which isn't a really old house, but I lived next to an 1840s house. Nice. So that house obviously is old. We made a hammock area out in the back of my woods, and there's a bunch of old farm equipment with like wooden wheels on it and stuff in the woods behind the house there. And we made there was 3 trees in like a triangle, and we put hammocks like in a triangle. Okay. And then we put a fire pit in the center of it. Well, anyway, we were sitting in these hammocks one night, and we had the little bonfire thing we made. We were sitting in like the hammock side saddle and kind of swinging with our feet dragging in the ground like this. And we ended up kind of digging like a little thing in the ground and ended up picking up an old pair of keys in the woods.
Oh.
And they weren't very old keys. They were like from an 80s Ford truck or something. Like, you know, like the Ford keys back in the day had like the round key to get in, and then the square one would start the
yes,
car.
start the car up.
So it wasn't like a big thing there, like a substantial crazy find. But it kind of sparked interest. Like, my buddy was there, and he's my partner, by the way. His name's Nate. He's not on the show tonight, but we were there, and I was like, man, that's cool. I was like, in the middle of the woods, there's like somebody lost these keys here. And we started talking. And I was like, it'd be kind of cool to metal detect around here because it's an old place next door and whatnot. So I bought a Garrett Ace 350 and pretty much found a bunch of stuff around my house in the fields and stuff like that. And it kind of just took off from there. I was hooked ever since. So it's kind of how we're at there.
So, how did you like the Ace 350?
It was a good machine. I've been places where I was with that, and I found stuff since then. It's a great starter machine. I mean, I wasn't displeased with what I found with it. I mean, I found some Civil War relics and stuff with it at the time, so it was a good machine.
Yeah, I mean, I know a lot of people, that was one of the things when they start out. A lot of people like myself, I started out with just a bounty hunter. So, yeah. I mean, starting off with the Ace machine is a pretty good machine to start off with.
Yeah. It wasn't shortly after that. I was watching YouTube videos and all these people finding stuff with the AT Pro. So I was like, man, I gotta have something better. So I ended up buying an AT Pro. I don't even know how many machines I had since all this crap. It's been all over the board. But yeah, I got the AT Pro and found a lot of stuff with that one then. So you started collecting metal detectors along with your finds. Oh yeah,
I think we all do that.
Yeah, it's like a nasty habit, man.
It really is. It's one of those. Got a few more people that's just come in. I see Country Diggers came in, and we saw Stan's Lad. Hi, Clint. Thank you for being here tonight. And Gabriella's here. Thanks, Gab, for being here. It's good to see you, Gabe.
How's it going, everybody?
Hi there. So one of the things that you said you started with that. I kind of interested is you've got into water detecting also, though.
Yeah, that.
So what did that come much later, or was that something that you fell right into?
So the water detecting is kind of a whole new thing for Nate and I. It's one of those things where we found a lot of stuff like that people might have detected, and so we would go to these 1800s houses and we would find stuff, but it was like you could tell it was picked over, and we started thinking out of the box. A lot of these guys that are probably watching, they probably heard of that Blue Nemo. That's that lithium-powered breathing device that you use underwater. There's no tanks involved, and you can use that thing to breathe with a 10-foot hose underwater.
Right.
I ended up purchasing one of those, and I went to a place where one of my YouTube videos, there's a guy that lost a gold necklace underneath of a rope swing, and that was like a perfect opportunity to try it. I didn't find the necklace, but believe it or not, I found $100 bill under this bridge.
I saw that. I was going to say you found $100. That was worth going up there for that.
I didn't even know I didn't even know dollar bills actually sank like that. I was like, why is this down here? Like, I would thought it would have floated, you know what I mean? But that was kind of a payoff for helping the guy out. Like, I never did find it, but I was like, wow, that was pretty funny because that was the first time out with that. And then I found a $100 bill, so it was pretty neat. Mm-hmm.
So is that what made you more interested into the water detecting side of it then?
Well, yeah, the water side of it is like, it's like untouched zones. Like, I mean, I know people have waterproof detectors, but like, do they go under 10 feet? Do they wear scuba gear type stuff and find stuff where swimming holes were, where rope swings were, people were bathing at old mill houses, stuff like that is where we started targeting. And Nate, man, he found tons of coins. I found several large cents. One of the biggest finds on the YouTube channel, I think it's the very first video it pops up. It says 121 Kennedy half dollars. They were all underwater, and that was real close to an old mill.
Crazy.
Yeah, I mean, they weren't period of the 1800s, but somebody, I think they threw a jar over the bridge from the maybe 70s. Most of the coins were like, there were 6 silver Kennedy half dollars, and the rest of them were like a clad half dollar. We talking about 121 50-cent pieces
Yeah.
You know what I
And I
mean?
mean, that's not something that someone's going to just throw over a bridge. It's something
Yeah,
that either somebody stole and they ditched it
yeah,
quickly and they were
you're
going to
right.
go back for it, but couldn't. I mean,
Yeah,
I'm petrified of putting my metal detector deep underwater. It's like
yeah,
I do want to try some water detecting. I mean, we've got the boys up in Maine, that DF Digger and Richie, they go out in the rivers there, and I'd love to try that. I mean, it's intense. It's intense work. That's a lot
right.
of work to do water detecting.
Mm,
But I mean, just alone for the additional kit that you need, what you do by going underwater.
yeah. There,
So
there's there's times where I'll go underwater and I'm just like, so like as a kid, I'm sure like everybody out there watching's probably went creeking before, they walk down the creeks and they just find it's crayfish, and it kind of brings you back to your old days where it's like you're swimming in old creeks and stuff like that. So it's kind of fun just to go underwater and just to see what's down there. Like you find some creepy stuff underwater there without even detecting, you know what I mean? So it's pretty
I mean,
fun.
how is your vision though? I mean, do you have a clear vision? Because your video quality is amazing, and that's something we'll get into later, talking about your video. But
Yeah, it's not
uh,
terrible. There's some spots that are clearer than others. Obviously, creeks that are disturbed and stuff. They're not the best. You got to get really close to the bottom. You know what I mean, to get a good
right.
image of stuff. But
Yeah, Brad just said, he said, "Hey, Andy, you got a Nemo? Awesome." He goes, "I found a jar of Australian pennies, 140 coins plus. Love the water." Yeah, he's
yeah,
down under detected.
yeah,
It
it's an
is.
awesome machine.
How long have you had that now?
So I think the original guy that got the demo, his name was Michael Oliver. He's on YouTube. He's got a channel. And I started watching his videos, and I was like, that's really cool because one of the biggest things I like to do for people is ring recoveries. That's one of the
Right.
things. That's one of the biggest things I love to do. When people say, "Hey, I lost a ring. Does anybody know anybody?" and people are like Andy Snell, or they'll say Lost Boys Recovery, and that's one of those things I like to go do. But yeah, underwater and stuff for people that like swim in places like lakes and creeks. It was just another thing
Yes.
to add to your, thing. So yeah,
That's wonderful. That's one thing I'll try. Well, eventually I'll get it. I mean, I've done like when I go camping and things, I've done like gold panning and the thing, but bringing my detector underwater, I'm just,
yeah, yeah,
you pay so much money and they say it, but is it really going
right.
to work that well?
We use Equinoxes. Mine have Equinoxes. I have a 600, and Nate has a 600, and we both have 800s. We kind of devoted our 600s to the water usage. That way, it's kind of like I'm a little freaked out about it. So if that thing implodes, I still have my 800 to do on land, or just to have something else, until it gets fixed or something like that. It's good to have a backup, I guess. I'm sure that
Right.
everybody out there has backups for reasons.
Oh,
So
yes.
yeah.
Well, there's at least one or two machines that we have there. You got to have something just in case.
Right. Again.
One of the things that I was going to ask you about is some of your finds that you have. I know that a lot of your detecting is in various spots. You've done water detecting, you've done like fields and woods type and house permissions. What's your favorite place to really metal detect?
So I'll tell you the places that I always hated. Like my partner Nate always says fields and fields and fields. That's where they're at. And I got so bored with fields. I'm like, man, I don't want fields. I was always big into the house sites, but quickly I'm realizing that if they're really old houses, 1800s or something, even, in that area, they've been hit before. I mean, let's be honest. In the 70s, 80s, people detected like crazy and they cherry picked the crap out of everything. There's still stuff there, don't get me wrong. I mean, with the newer technology, you can definitely find stuff. But the fields is
Mhm.
where you really want to go to find old stuff. I mean, I'm in Pennsylvania. Colonial stuff's all over those fields. And he kept beating me in the head. Behind my house is that field that I was telling you about. I never found a gold ring at all until I, believe it or not, went behind the field behind my house. And that's where my first
Really?
gold ring was found, right behind my house in a field. Indian heads, large scents, all that stuff was right behind my house the whole time. It was just sitting there waiting, you know what I mean? So fields are, I guess I hate to say it, but they're probably one of my favorite places. So,
Well, it is. I mean, it's one of those things, especially as you said, you're in Pennsylvania. You're pretty close to a historical area that you're in.
right.
And the one thing that's great about fields is it's constantly being turned over
Right.
every year, every season. So it just pulls those relics right out of the ground.
Yeah, you're right. Heck yeah.
So do you, when you go looking for your Vigo houses, you obviously, how are you with getting permissions at these 1,800 houses that are in your area?
Like permissions?
Mm-hmm.
Is that what permissions like?
Yes.
Permissions, I'm pretty good with
How are you
permissions. So like,
scoring?
not bad. Like I
We got
feel
a little
like
bit of a
there's always
lag.
times where, what's that? Oh,
Just a little bit of a lag going on, but it's okay. Keep going.
you still all right?
You're there. I've got your volumes going good.
Okay, so yeah, permissions I do pretty good at. There's a lot of old farms around my house. I got one not too long ago. It's a lot of acres. I was at the house and did really well there. Some of these houses I do get permissions to, I do really well. I feel like maybe I was the first person there. Got a few large cents in the one video I posted, and some silver. I found a silver barber there like a week ago. So there's stuff out there for sure.
I mean, I know there's a couple of questions like asking you where you're located in Pennsylvania. I know you might not want to say the other town or something.
Like I'm near like York area, York, Thomasville.
Yeah. So you got some history around you.
Yeah.
For sure. Do you have a lot of other people in your area that detect then? Do you come across other detectors while you're out there?
There's some pretty good dudes that detect around here. Actually, I did a group hunt that I sent you that picture of, I think, right, with the group of people.
Yes.
Some of those guys in particular were close to, not super close, but they were close. But the one guy works for the Historical Society, and he's got a lot of leads because he gets to look at the old maps and books all day. So, but yeah, not too many.
Do you follow up with any research then, or is it more of getting to know people and learning words of mouth of how to find the places?
Yeah, a little research. Nate, my partner, got me into that, finding like he's really good with the maps part of it. Mm-hmm. Like he'll go to work and he'll pull up maps and he'll overlay and stuff. And I just kind of started learning that myself. He's really good with that. And it's kind of like we kind of complement each other. Like I'm really good at getting permissions, and he's really good at researching those permissions. So it's kind of like
that's what together. I need.
Need like a wingman, you know what I mean? Like
I do.
Yeah.
I'm trying. I'm trying with the permissions, and I'm not having much luck right now.
Yeah, I'm very outspoken. I don't mind doing stuff like this. Meeting new people. I love meeting people that detect. I can talk to them all day long. You know what I mean? It's just a great hobby. But yeah, it's like I said, I'm good with people, and he is too. But like he's really good with the maps. He can track down stuff, and we'll hike out in the middle of the woods and find places. So.
Oh, that's good. No, that's what Alan just said from Metal Detected with the Silver Hunters. He's like, I think the people are more friendly where Andy lives. Alan is in New Hampshire too, and we struggle. We struggle a little bit getting permissions here in New Hampshire. I don't know if it's just because of the old colonial houses and the people don't want you coming on their property, or the houses are so well manicured around here. It's just. Yeah, I think you might have it a little bit easier than we do, because I know I'm struggling.
I'll tell you a funny story. It's not like so anyway, I got permission to like a 1930s house. So I was starting to realize these 1800s houses are pounded. Where am I going to find some silver coins? Because I like finding silver. Everybody out there, I'm sure, likes finding silver coins. So I'm thinking like where maybe these houses that weren't hit yet. So I'm targeting like houses in the 20s, 30s, 40s, and 50s. Silver coins were there. They might have lost them. So I ended up dating a girl way back in the day, and I talked to her once in a while. I know it's weird, but she had an old house that was really close to my work that was from the 30s. And I talked to her about it, and she let me come up and detect it. I found a bunch of tokens there, a bunch of silver coins, like mercury dimes, stuff like that. Long story short, though, her neighbor came out and started talking to me, and she's like, yeah, that's really cool what you do. She's like, you want to do my yard? I'm like, sure. And I went over there and found tokens, more silvers, blah, blah, blah.
Oh, jeez.
I went to work that next day, and a guy bought a motorcycle. I work on motorcycles for a living. He bought a motorcycle, and he came in there and saw me, and he said I looked familiar. And I said, yeah, I was up. He asked me if I was metal detecting. And he said, I saw you up the top of the hill. And he ended up, believe it or not, living next to that girl that I metal detected. And he told me to hit his house up.
Oh, there you go. See?
So there was three in a row. And then I was like, well, these people are really friendly. So Nate and I made up flyers. to kind of, not to door knock, because we don't really do that too much, but something to present to somebody that has all my finds. When I should have brought one to show you guys, but they really help with permissions. Like your business cards, we have those, but a flyer of a picture. It has a picture of me and Nate and all the finds kind of around it, our contact numbers, and they can think about it. And it really, I feel like it helps.
And I think that's one of the things that a lot of people have been trying to help me out to get out there a little bit more. And that's one of the things that they suggested was like a business card or doing some sort of flyer showing you what you have, or what you can find. Because people don't understand what's in the ground. When you talk about digging metal detecting, they just think of you as, oh God, you're going to tear up my yard. You're going to dig up the yard. They're not understanding that, we can do a proper plug, a little thing to pull something out of the ground, or what's sitting in their yard, let alone, they have no idea whatsoever.
A lot of people see like how you're digging other people's yard too, and they notice like if you're real particular, like I try to be real meticulous about the holes that I do dig, and they'll walk over and they'll want to know what I'm doing, and they're like, I'm like, yeah, I found a quarter, let's say, over there. And I point to it, and they're like, over where? And I'm like, over there. And then they'll say like, wow, I can't even tell you dug. And I'm like, that's kind of, if you're really good with your holes, you'd be surprised. You know what I mean? Like these people are like, hey, if they're not going to dig up my yard, what's the harm? Maybe they'll find something neat. So it's important to do clean plugs. I'll tell everybody that, because you got to be nice. Can't leave a mess, man. It's just not.
No, that's the number. Well, that's going to ruin the hobby for everybody. I mean, that's the whole thing. When you think of it, it's just, doing this hobby, we have to be respectful. We have to show respect to people's properties, to the hobby, or there's not going to be any place for us to go.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, as Richie just says, and everybody also thinks you're going to find something very valuable. That's true.
Who, me? Oh.
No. Like when you ask permissions and you start explaining people, they don't want you digging because they think you're going to find something valuable. That's the thing. So since you do a lot of house permissions, do you offer any of your finds to them, or do you have like a policy of 50-50, or is it, I dig it, it's mine, thank you for letting me use your property?
No, I usually tell people I'll show them what I find. I would say like probably a good success rate, about 90% of the time. I get to keep what I want. There's been times where I was talking about that development area there where I found a bunch of stuff. I found so much stuff in that development, silvers and these tokens I kept finding at every wash line in this house, all these houses beside each other. I found the same token under every wash line. It was weird. So I didn't need tokens.
Were they bank tokens or something, or
they were a paint token from, I think, the 30s or 40s or something like that.
Okay.
But there's a video I have of that one too, of me digging up these tokens, and I kept kind of digging the tokens up. And one of the ladies that let me detect there, I go out of my way sometimes to just thank people. That's what I do. And I wrote her a thank you card. It was during Christmas time, and she let me dig up her yard and stuff. I sent her a Christmas card, and I put one of those tokens in there for her. Now, she might not have wanted it, but it was a nice gesture, and I just said thanks for letting me.
That's really nice. I like that idea, actually.
Yeah, and then I put it in a baggie, like a little baggie, and then I printed out the information on the token. It gave her like a history of what the token was for and all that stuff. So it was something cool to give back, I guess. You know what I mean? So.
Right. One of the things I wanted to know is I like personable items, finding things. Have you ever, doing a home permission, have you ever found something that belonged to that family, like maybe a previous relative, like a bracelet or a necklace or jewelry, or something that ties it to the people that lived there before, or family ties?
I haven't found a lot. I found some stuff with like, you heard of trapper's tags, right? Trapper's tags?
Yes.
Trapper's tags. They would attach like their name and stuff and their address onto a trapper's tags, or their trapper's tag. I would find a lot of those around houses. Not anything super substantial. Some plates and things with people's names on. I'm trying to think of anything that really stands out in my mind. These jewelry items and stuff like that. I usually tell people when I find, like, that's kind of another thing when I get into a permission. I'm like, look, if I find something that's sentimental to the house or dates to the house, I'd be more than happy to give it to them because it doesn't mean anything to me. You know, I like finding old coins and stuff like that. That's not really, you know what I mean, locked into someone particularly. So
that was going to be my next question. What is your favorite type of finds? Are you a relic hunter, a coin hunter, or a little bit of both? Are you Civil War?
I like relics. Yeah, I mean relics. So I'm really close to Gettysburg. We got some permissions there. Did fairly good. I found a cannonball in Gettysburg. I don't know if anybody from local around here what's watching, but there's a Taco Bell out in Gettysburg, and there's a field there, which is it's a Taco Bell now. So, but there was a cannonball.
Jason,
right there
did you hear that? Taco Bell.
Yeah, there was a cannonball right where they put the Taco Bell.
That's crazy.
And that when I drive by there every day, not every day, but whenever I drive down to Gettysburg, I look over there and I see a Taco Bell and just laugh to myself because that cannonball was right underneath the foundation of where that was, you know, where it's at. So, but yeah.
I'm just trying to read. Yeah. Brad just said, Andy, keep all of your leads, mate. I have found heaps of lead and cash in on it. I found enough to buy all my dive gear, and now I'm all set. I've been buying silver bullets 60 ounces. That's Brad down in Australia. That's pretty cool.
Cool, Brad. Right?
That is pretty cool. Guys, I'm trying to pay attention to the chat, and I'm sorry if I miss your question. I mean, there's so many other people that joined us. California Greenhorn is here. Terry from Digger Den Tyson is here. Cynthia is in the house also. Mark is here from Digging the South. And I'm sorry, you guys are like Digging with Cruzies here. The chat is going by really quick, so it's hard. I do go back and watch this afterwards, and I read the comments and everything. So if you do have a question, please just put it at Ambient Girl so I can kind of catch it quickly. If not, I'm sorry if I do miss it. All right. So Andy, I'm going to put you on the spot. Tell me, what is the craziest thing that you have found? A metal detector.
I tell you, it's just not really the craziest. It's just kind of the funniest thing. I guess the thing that pops in my mind, I was digging a park one time and I found a doll. And like when I dug it, it was like a metal doll thing, like of a lady. And like when I was digging it out, like I brushed away at the dirt and I saw like, it looked like a woman's butt cheeks. And it was laying face down. So like the butt cheeks were sticking up in the air and I pulled it out and it was like a little figurine of like it was like butt cheek. I don't know. I have to show everybody what it looks like sometime. But
was it like a garden gnome or something?
No. It was like, I think what it was, believe it or not, was like an old lighter or something. Like it was weird, but it was just like the shape of a woman. It was like, it's a weird looking piece. I should have pulled it because I figured you would ask me that, but yeah,
that's okay. It's good that you didn't have things because this way it'll get them to go over to your channel and check out because you have some amazing finds. You really do. And if you look, I have pinned Andy's channel. So all you have to do is click the link up at the top there to take you over to his channel. He's almost at 300 followers, guys. So please take a moment and just show some love and support.
Help me out.
Help him out. Get him up there. It's like he's getting there.
Trying to put more videos out, guys, so just bear with me. The creek thing is really something that we have to offer that a lot of these people out there might not want to get into the water. We're going to hit those up here sometime once it gets warmer, but stay tuned for those. We have some there now, some nice finds. But
I mean, that's the thing. That's one of the things I want to talk about next is your video style. Right. For the people in the chat that has not checked out Andy's channel yet, wait till you do. I don't know if this is another hobby of yours or it's something that your videos are amazing. Your editing, your special effects, the music. You must spend a lot of time. Tell me what you put into making the video.
It's a lot of editing. I like to throw a lot of scenic stuff. Like today, where like I told you, I went out digging before I had the interview here with you. I took tons of. I did an old train station area where you saw the pictures. It's an old.
Oh, nice.
There's a hotel there and the train station.
Yep.
But I take a lot of just nice, crisp, clear pictures. Something just moving the camera slow. I use a gimbal an Osmo Action. You're gonna ask me this probably later, but yeah, I use some decent camera stuff. Nothing crazy, just the GoPro type format stuff, like gimbal.
So is that what you use mostly? A GoPro, gimbal? Do you use your phone, cameras?
Yeah, I use my phone. I use my phone with the gimbal. The phones nowadays take some great videos. So I use my phone a lot on the fly. I use a DJI Osmo Action. They're awesome cameras. I prefer those over the GoPros. I think they have a lot of nice functions. Change the camera lenses. In some of my videos, you'll see there's like a bubble lens.
Yes,
that's just
I love that effect.
Just a fisheye that really can get me and the detector kind of just doing stuff. I'm getting a lot of subscribers.
Is the drone yours? Do you do drone footage too?
Yeah, the drone stuff's a touchy subject because I lost 2 of those already. So.
Okay.
Yeah,
they're like, bring that up.
No,
because it's really beautiful. You have this. I don't know if you use that as your intro clip. It makes a beautiful intro clip. The drone footage that you do.
Sometimes it gives people a visual of kind of what I'm doing, like where I'm going. Like we'll see the farmhouse, we'll see the fields. It gives them just a visual of, where I'm at, kind of thing. And they know that when they see that house, it's like, wow, that is an old place. You know what I mean? So.
Yeah, it's amazing. I'm so jealous. I'm so envious because I struggle. I struggle with editing. I struggle with videos. I love to take photos. I mean, when I go out detecting, I spend most of my time detecting, but I also take a lot of photos and I don't take enough videos. So when I come back to do a video, to throw it all together, I just feel like a failure, like I can't do it.
Yeah,
so it takes a little bit.
You take so many pictures.
You make it look so easy.
Oh, dude, you sift through so many videos. Like I try to do like a lot of people like they'll dig all the good stuff and they never show the bad stuff. And I do that too. But there's so many more bad finds than good finds. Everybody knows that. But you're sifting through all this. I like to do the live dig sometimes where it's like I get to physically flip that clump, in slow mo and find the stuff. So they know I'm not like a faker. They're out there nowadays. It's like I try to be as genuine to show people that look, I'm for real. This is what I do, and I try to show them that. I try to, like when you pull that coin out of that dirt and it leaves a silhouette, and you pop the clump, like in some of my videos, you just plop it, and it explodes. It's been there forever.
Oh yeah, you get right in there with your hands digging away, and you wear gloves, which is great because I tend not to wear gloves, and I'm like, I really should be, because you're just right in there clawing at that dirt. Yeah, but you make it look so easy. Do you use what program? Do you mind if I ask what program you use to put it all together?
I just use iMovie. iMovie I think is good. It's easy to use. I've only started doing videos now for about a year and a half, 2 years maybe. I think it's about a year and a half. I'm really starting to make them, crank them out now. I'm really enjoying it, so I'm kind of sticking with it. As long as everybody gives me feedback and they like my channel or they like what I'm doing, I want to keep showing those people what I can do. So
that's wonderful. There was a couple of questions. One of them was, how can they get one of your stickers?
Actually, if they PM me, whoever asked, PM me on Facebook, and I'll say I just had like 600 of them made.
Oh, there we go.
That's how I met you, Nancy.
That's exactly how we started, was by swapping stickers. We actually, here, I'm going to drop your Facebook page in because you have a really nice Facebook page. I really enjoy that. So I just dropped your Facebook page in where you can message Andy if you're interested in exchanging stickers or if you want to get a sticker from me. He's got a really cool sticker. I showed it last week on our live stream. But yeah, that's how Andy and I started talking, was by just exchanging stickers and going from there and learning a little bit more about each other and where we live. See, there we go. He's got them in different colors too, right? Or did you get the new ones all the same?
Yeah, I got orange ones too.
Yeah,
my light's a little brighter. Yeah. Just let me know if anybody wants stickers. I'll send them out. As long as it's not like 1,000 people hit me up. I can't imagine I'll be that popular, but yeah, I'll do what I can. I got plenty of them to share, and I'm all about sending them out. So,
what about YouTubers? Lisa just said, "What about YouTubers, Andy?"
What about them?
What about them? As in his channel? Lisa, his channel link is up here at the top pin. Here, I'll drop that in too, just in case. Let's see. Yeah, you don't have to be on Facebook to get a sticker. They can probably reach out to you. I don't know. I don't know if you have your email address on your YouTube page or not, but
Yeah, they comment or something like that. I'll get to them.
Oh, for the stickers, yes. She has no Facebook. Lisa, reach out to me and give me your information, and I will give it to Andy. That way, because Lisa and I talk through emails, so
gotcha.
I can pass the information on, and that will get you a sticker, Lisa. It's really cool.
We'll hook it up.
That's right. We'll hook you up. Yeah, the sticker swap is going to be a pretty big thing right now. Everyone's really starting to hit up for everybody.
Yeah.
Question number one is, are you on Instagram?
I was. So we went to Hawaii, and I took my detector. That was the first time I flew with my detector. My wife and I went there, and my wife started taking a bunch of pictures, and that's when Instagram was really popular.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't really think about it, but now everybody keeps asking me about it, so I'm thinking about. Like she always was hashtag Lost Boys Recovery, hashtag. And we took some really neat videos and photos of like waterfalls. And when I was like metal detecting and the water would splash up, I mean, I got some pretty crazy photos of me like hunting private beaches and stuff, which I didn't find a lot, but I mean, it was some.
You had fun.
Like
That's all that matters.
It was some good pictures down.
You really should do Instagram because you take amazing photos.
Right.
And so that's just a little bit of another one of your passions. You can kind of like throw your little video clips, your photos onto Instagram. I love Instagram. Right. It's one of those things that I enjoy checking out other channels. And there's a huge metal detecting community that's on Instagram.
Gotcha. Yeah.
So we're going to push them.
Oh, go ahead.
We're going to push you into Instagram.
Okay. I'll look into it.
There we go.
Yeah.
You can link everything up that way. You can have all your little channels all linked together. It's like I said, you have a great Facebook page, but there's a lot of people that don't do Facebook, and their other option is Instagram. So
I just want to tell everybody. Oh, go ahead.
Go ahead. No, please do.
I just want to thank everybody for subscribing. I saw a bunch of people, like when you're talking about subscribing to my channel, like I saw like blowing up. So I appreciate everybody that's following or that joined. That's awesome, because that's what we're looking for. We just want to hear people's feedback and comments of what they want to see us hunt for. I mean,
Definitely.
That's not put more material out because I know what they want to find, or not what they want to find, but just what they want to see. recommendations. So that's what it's all about. Feedback.
Yeah. And that's what's great about the comment sections, guys. As we know with YouTube, it's wonderful to support everybody. I mean, this community is really great about that. We have an amazing, tight community that likes to help everybody out. But one of the biggest thing now is YouTube is, if you're not commenting on the videos, we have a little bit of an issue with getting unsubscribed. You lose followers because, I mean, so take a moment. It's good. You truly will enjoy his videos. They're amazing. They're just nice quality. Really impressed. I can see you going far with your videos because I enjoy them, and the quality is so there. And you can tell that you enjoy putting them together too. That's the other thing. It's not just you're not doing it, to like make it this famous video. You're doing it because you enjoy it. You can see the passion. You can see the love that you have for what you're doing in your videos.
Right. Oh yeah, I love the hobby for sure.
You love the hobby so much that what would be your next big purchase for metal detector? I actually got asked that last night. That's why I'm kind of bringing it up, because it was a really good question. It was like, where do you see yourself purchasing your next big thing for your metal detecting? And I was on Digging Adventures with Maddie last night, and I thought that was a really great question. I'm sorry for stealing your question, Maddie, but it's true. It was something that I started thinking about afterwards. It was like after I got off, it was kind of like, oh, wow, that's a really good question, because then I started thinking of all the different things. And where you do both land detecting and water detecting, do you see yourself purchasing? I see people typing in Nemos. See, some people know what they want. You got the Nemo. So is there something that you would really like to get or go further with your kit?
how about like a boat to go out deeper?
Yeah. See, that's what I was thinking last night. I said Jeep.
Yeah.
After I got off, I'm like, I would love to buy a Jeep so I could get deeper into the woods because
Yeah.
as many of you know what I drive, it's like I take my car in places that it really shouldn't go. I take my car down class 6 roads, they're called here in New Hampshire. And I really shouldn't. I need a car that needs to be a little bit higher off the ground so I'm not damaging my car.
Yeah, as far as purchases go, like I mean, I like the Equinox. I bought tons of machines. I finally found a machine that I really feel confident with, and when I go to places, I feel like I'm not missing much stuff. I mean, you can get into the Pulse and the PI machines, like where you need them in Virginia and stuff. But to pay that type of money for around here, to me, it's just not needed. And I hooked up with a guy that does privy digs. Believe it or not, last week he asked me to join his privy digs. He'll go around privy stuff.
I've always wanted to do that.
That's a whole new deal. I hooked up with this guy. He's got over 30 permissions apparently, and today at that old house I sent you pictures of, that was one of them. Just
okay.
That's I'm gonna probably have a little bit more video action of maybe privy digging and stuff. Not a lot of it, but maybe just to show what that, because I know some people that are watching, maybe they like finding bottles and stuff. So maybe throw that into the channel once in a while if there's any neat finds. But yeah, that's something maybe to come.
Yeah, we do have a lot of people in this community that dig bottles. Right. And they do those bottle dumps. Team Clam Bake just wrote, Nancy freaked us out at the top of a mountain on the dirt road. If I drive, I have an older, it's a Jaguar Estate. It's an all-wheel drive car, and I take it down these roads. And the first time I met Team Clam Bake, they were quite surprised when they saw me coming down this road in this car.
That's funny.
Oh, thank you, Cruzy. I appreciate that. But yes, a lot of people are saying yes to bottles. I'm a bottle nut. Yes to bottles. Yes to bottles. We've got a lot of
throw some bottle stuff in. Maybe if we get on to some hot spots.
I think I'd like to see that too, because we've just started doing some of that. Some of the sites that we come across, we find like the old bottle dumps.
Right.
But digging in the privies, I would love to do that. I don't know much about it or how they go look. I mean, I understand how they find it, but I would love to find somebody around here that's into that and kind of hook up with them so I could learn a little bit more.
The guy I was with today, he was like tape measuring. He would use like a tape measure and look at maps, and he was measuring, like he was like, hold this tape measure, and he's like running out and measuring 25 feet, and like he'll use his prober, and like I was like, wow, this guy's like, it's crazy. Like I said, I just kind of hooked up with this guy, but he has no interest in detecting. But he's all about this privy stuff, and he's pulling up bottles that are worth money, and not all the time, but he finds these places and he does really well with it. So
yeah, but think of the permissions that you can get through this gentleman too.
Yeah,
from the sites that he knows, that's going to be something that's probably going to be beneficial to you.
Yeah, and I have a lot of places to share with him possibly too, as long as it's okay with the homeowners. Like I can kind of give back to him, and we'll kind of, get each other's permissions maybe there. So you scratch my back, I'll scratch his, I guess.
Yeah, that's true. It's going to help you both out in the end.
Right.
I'm just reading some of the comments. They're making fun of my Jag. It's not fancy. It's a 2006, guys. But it gets me where I want to go. Hey, I just want to take a moment and just stop here and just mention something for next week. Next week's show, I am going to be doing a giveaway show. As I mentioned the past couple of weeks that I have a giveaway show coming up. So I'm going to have a couple of fun little games that we can play. But one of the things that we are giving away, as we mentioned before, right here, From the Ground Up book. This is here Chris Altman's book. He was kind to donate it. It is autographed from my light-in, by Chris and his wife, Kimberly. This book here is going to be one of the things that I'm giving away. But I'm doing the giveaway for this a little bit differently. I am going to release tomorrow a shorts video. And on that shorts video, you are going to have to comment Digging Life. That's it. You can say anything else after that if you want, but put the words Digging Life on that shorts video. I am probably going to run that shorts video contest to probably the Friday evening or Saturday morning. So that way I can take all the names from that, and we are going to pick a live winner for Chris's book, From the Ground Up. If you haven't had a chance to check out this book's amazing. I don't know if you've seen this, Andy, but oh, hey, all you have to do is comment "Digging Life" on the shorts video that's going to be released tomorrow, and then you'll have a chance to win it. The book is amazing. It's got incredible history in here. It's got photos. It's got finds. It's got people that we may know. I love this book. I don't want to open this one that much because this book here is for somebody to win. So you are going to have a chance to win this by just commenting on my shorts video that will be released tomorrow. And I will pick the winner live on next Monday's stream for this book. Plus, I've got about, I don't know, as of right now, I think I've got about 3 or 4, maybe 5 other giveaways for next week's show. It's just going to be a fun show where we can hang, play a few games, and it's just my way of saying thank you guys for all your support that you give to the community, to my channel, to Andy's channel, all to each other. I really do appreciate that. So
you better tune in, everybody.
That's right. You've got a chance. You've got a chance to win. So keep an eye out, because I don't know when I'll be releasing the shorts tomorrow. It might happen in the morning. It might happen in the afternoon. Really depends on how my work day goes tomorrow. But you have a chance to win it. So Andy, tell me something a little bit about some of your finds quickly. I mean, I know you have a lot of nice finds, and I don't want you to say too much because I really want the people to go over to your channel and check out. Tell me what is some of the maybe your favorite things that you've found so far. I mean, the cannonball's pretty cool. I like that story.
Yeah. So before I even did YouTube and stuff, I'd used an AT Pro back in the day. I found some of the best relics with that. I found a Civil War breastplate. I found a Civil War belt buckle, cannonball. So here I didn't bring a lot of finds, but I have a book, okay? And silver coins, I like to find coins. So I got a really nice coin book. I can't remember. It's called Hobby Master if anybody looking for a really nice coin book. Okay. But it's got all my coins, silver coins, and there's just pages and pages of silver coins, all kinds of stuff. But it's a lot of coins. I like to find.
That's coins. Incredible. That's a lot of coins right there.
And it's a nice way to show people, and it kind of catalogs everything really nice. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So it's a nice book. I have a table I made it's a coffee table I made with my dad. And put a glass piece over it. I think I sent a picture to you, but
yes.
It's got all my relics laying out in it. My favorite ones anyway. Tokens, all kinds of just miscellaneous, neat, like cool relics and stuff like that. So,
what's your oldest coin so far?
Many. So believe it or not, I have not found a I haven't found a 1700s coin yet, which is kind of a bummer. And I've been in places where it's like a real. That's like my thing I want to find. I can't believe I haven't found one yet. Tons of copper coins. 1800s coins. We found some 1700s coins, plenty of those. I think they found the first. What's that?
We haven't found a real yet.
Not yet. I can't believe that.
Well, neither have I, but I'm just surprised for the area that you're in that you haven't found one yet.
Like copper coins, like I could go out tomorrow night and find. Like I could, like I'm in the mindset where it's like I'm not saying they're out there, but I wouldn't be surprised if they were. And like you're in the era of like where there is silver, you know what I mean, stuff like that. And it's just man, we're like. Nate and I always joke about these people finding them all over the place, and we're like, "Where's our field, man? With that stuff, where's our stuff?" It's
there. You're close to it. I mean, come on. I mean, I know, like the Copperheads, they go out to a place in Pennsylvania, and they go. They've gone digging out there, and they've pulled coins and coins, largies left and right. I mean, I know that if Joe was here, he'll tell you it's like one of the hunts they did. It was something like 27 largies or something like that they had in one day that they pulled out. I think that was the day he pulled his real out too. He found a real out in Pennsylvania.
Yeah, I mean, we find tons of largies and tons of King George coins, all over the place.
Oh, that's
but
crazy.
When it comes to the silver ones, we're just not finding. I don't know why, or people maybe see that they dropped them because they're shiny. I don't know. So, yeah, it's crazy.
Have you found any of those bank tokens? I know like Ohio has a lot of bank tokens in the ground that they found. I didn't know if you
I
had them
have
in your
plenty of
area.
tokens. Nah, a lot of tokens around here though. That's one of Nate and I's favorite finds is tokens. We just he really likes dog tags. I like tokens. Anything with a year on it is just cool to find. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? Like when it says a year on it, it's just cool to have stuff like that. But yeah,
Yeah, that's true. I try so hard sometimes. Like I was talking last night on my stream, I destroyed a lot of my largies by trying to find a year.
there.
Just get them
Yeah,
out of the ground and you start rubbing and trying to clean it. And that's when I was really trying to get to that. I was like, oh, is this a 1700 one? Is this a 1700 one? And it was
yeah.
like, finally, I got I got a drape bust, 1798 drape bust. But
Oh,
it
awesome.
was just like, I mean, it's pretty toasted. It's nothing to brag about, but it was nice to say, yes, I got my first 1700 coin.
Yeah, that's awesome.
It's out there. You'll get it. Trust me. I'm sure this year.
Yeah, I've been
Oh, he
looking, man.
found,
So,
yeah, Metal Detecting 207. Steve just said he found 3 Civil War tokens this week. He's up in Maine. They've got some. It's out
yeah,
there. We're going to find it. Trust me.
I hope so. Well,
Give it.
hoping to find them in the creeks because nobody else is going there like Nate and I are. So we have places to go. So we'll stay tuned and see what happens. I guess.
That's actually a really good place to check because my very first largie I found in a dried up creek.
Yeah.
And I had no idea what it was. I mean, it was ringing off a really great sound, and I was under these rocks, and I just kept moving these rocks, and it still just the sound was there, and it's toasted. I mean, I could see that it was a matron. I think I got the year off of it. I think it was a 1843. I think it might have been. But it's so thin from being in the water.
Yeah.
It was just.
I got a seeded quarter right outside of a house that was in the water. That's on one of the videos too. And it's like you said, it's pretty smooth, but it's got pretty good details for a seeded quarter and it being in the water like that long. That was
See,
that's
find. That's what I want to find this year is anything seeded. I don't have any seeded coins yet.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm hoping to find.
I'll trade you for yours.
Hey, go make a bargain here. I don't have anything as valuable as you have. You've got a really nice collection growing there. So I don't know. Maybe I'll part with something. I could barter and change here. So I'm just checking to see if there's any other questions. Just drop them in. But well, go ahead, Andy.
No, I guess the one thing I didn't tell everybody, and I don't know if anybody really cares, but I'll throw it out there. As far as the name Lost Boys Recovery.
Yes.
So going through life, you have friendships and you lose friends and you have friends. It's the guy that I was with in those hammocks I was telling a story about that I do this with. We grew up together. And then you have a family and kids. And then it seems like those people distantly kind of fall apart. You just don't hang out with them anymore and stuff. Well, that night we were hanging out and we talked about detecting, and I got one and started finding stuff. And he's always been an adventurer at heart like me. So we kind of both got together, and we kind of were thinking up a funny name, something that's kind of relatable. And we were two boys that were kind of lost, we didn't communicate anymore. So we called ourselves the Lost Boys because we kind of reunited through metal detecting. Mm-hmm. I know it sounds kind of cheesy to everybody out there, but it seemed like it was a name that was fitting. Like all the O's are coils. The coils that we use, one's in the water, one's the land, and the other one's like a big coil for like fields. But yeah, and it's like a treasure lettering. It's pretty basic. We didn't want to do anything too crazy with the t-shirt. It gets the name across, and people that detect know what the coils look like. So
I think it's a great idea. I love the channel name. I really do. And I did it. You have it on your little intro, your about section. You talk about it. It's like, what's in your, I like the back of that.
It says, what's in your yard? So we were thinking like a slogan, like I remember that on that big thing on the TV, it was like, what's in your wallet? Commercial.
Yes.
So he was like, what's in your yard? Because it was like, we would go and ask people what's in their yard, and they're like, I don't know. We're like, do you want to find out? You know what I mean? So
I like that.
It was a cheesy slogan, but it got us, believe it or not, some permissions. We'd be like, what's in your yard? Sure. a few years ago, we were on the news for detecting. A news anchor got a hold of us, and we did a segment at a house that we did really well at. It kind of ended with me finding the spam can, which is kind of a funny blooper at the end there. It shows the reality of metal detecting, though, so it was fitting. So,
Exactly, because there's a lot of cans, especially spam cans.
oh yeah, yeah.
So, can we buy your apparel? Do you sell your apparel?
Actually, we do. We actually have a camo. It's like that drab green. In some of my videos, you'll see a drab green shirt. It's called like a heather. I have like a heather green, or it's called or something like that. It's a cool color. We do have shirts. So if anybody's interested, just hit me up on Facebook, or I guess I have to start an Instagram sometime, YouTube, whatever. But we have some. Yeah, we had a bunch of them printed.
Awesome. That's great, because it's a great logo. It's a pretty cool shirt. You got the hats too.
Yeah, I got the hats. I like the hats the best because they're just cool. They're embroidered. I have different colored ones.
Plus, we all need hats. Trust me, when we're out detecting.
Oh, I mean, you see my face. It's so sunburnt after today. It's like I was like, I'm all
You got
burnt.
some good color today from digging today. That was
I got
decent place you went.
under my eyes. So, yes, indeed.
Well, guys, once again, the link for Lost Boys Recovery is actually, it's been pinned. I am going to drop in one more time. I am going to drop in the Facebook page. For those that do Facebook, you can check out his page. He's got a great page there. You can interact with them, share your stuff with him, which is another thing, which is great. See some of the amazing finds.
Love the feedback, guys. Love the feedback.
Likes the feedback, guys. So let's get him. He's almost at 300. That's a big thing.
So, it didn't really take off till. Yeah, that's awesome.
Now, so when did you what made you start the channel? I know we only have a few minutes left because there's a lot of us that go over to other podcasts at 8 o'clock is on, and other Facebook channels. So I don't want to keep you too much longer, but what actually got you into doing the YouTube side of it?
I mean, like you said, I like taking pictures. I always like doing that kind of just artsy type of stuff, like the intro to videos, and adding, like, I used to like mess around with DJing. So just weird tunes, just weird stuff like that. So it gives me a chance to kind of throw the video with the visuals with metal detecting. So it's a win-win, and I get to kind of do all three. It's a creative side just to kind of make something new and show somebody, you know what I mean? So
and I think that's cool. What's wonderful about the YouTube, by sharing your hobbies, your passion, the things that you enjoy, you get others that go, I can do that. Yeah. I mean, that's basically like how I started. I started to learn about metal detecting from YouTube, and I was like, I think I can do this. And I wanted to share my zillion nails that I found and junk that I found, but it was something that I was enjoying. So you learn and you go forward from that. And I hope everybody please take a moment and check out Andy's page. He has a fabulous, fabulous YouTube page, Facebook page. Welcome him into the community. Reach out to him, comment, let him know what you'd like to see. I mean, if we're interested now, we know that he's going to try this little privy digging. So I'm looking forward to seeing that, Andy. I really am.
Cool. Heck yeah.
All right, guys, we're going to start wrapping this up right now. Just another thing, just to remember, keep an eye out tomorrow for a shorts video that I will be releasing to win a copy of From the Ground Up by Chris. It's an amazing book. You're going to want a copy. All you're going to have to do is just in the comments section, type Diggin' Life, and your name will be entered. I will draw the winner live on next Monday's stream. Come on along next Monday. There'll be a few other giveaways. Just hang out. We're going to hang out, talk, have some fun. Andy, thank you so much for hooking up with me and exchanging stickers, because I'm so happy that I had you here tonight, just so everybody can get to know more about you. Right. Everybody in the chat, check it out.
Yeah, thanks for having me on the show. Definitely fun to talk about detecting with another person that loves it as much as I do.
Yes, it's a passion.
It's
an addiction, okay? Addiction. It's a good addiction to have. All right, yes. Andy, I'm just going to ask you to stay on, just so you and I can have a few words after the stream.
Okay.
everybody here. It's 8 o'clock time. Head on over. There's a few things going on Facebook, a couple of live streams. There's also Amanda, Digga Dagaz, and Gypsy's podcast. Go check them out. Thank you, everybody, for being here. I'm sorry if I didn't see your name, or I appreciate each and every one of you. And I'll see you next week on Digging Life. This is Nancy Ambient Girl and Andy from Lost Boys Recovery.
Thanks for following us, guys.
Have a great week, and we'll see you next week. Bye, guys. Peace out.